women, four perspectives, one unfiltered conversation. Hey y'all, welcome back to Queens Unfiltered, where we keep it real, raw, and relatable. We're so glad you guys are here with us today. Today's conversation was inspired by two of our listeners who asked us to talk about what personal growth really looks like after 40. We hear so much about success, achievements, and reaching milestones, but not enough about the quiet transformations, the healing, the lessons, and finding ourselves again along the way. So, now for the brief introduction.
Hi, I'm Tisa.
I'm meaning.
Hey, I'm Golden.
And I'm Jazzy, and we are Queens
Queens
Queen.
Unfiltered. So, let's get unfiltered.
What is personal growth for you ladies? For me, personal growth is continuous.
Um, for me, it's just personal healing. Getting to know oneself, connecting with reconnecting with self, getting to know who I am as a person.
For me, personal growth is not about becoming perfect, but it's about becoming more aware, recognizing patterns, setting boundaries, and choosing peace over chaos.
Mm-hmm.
For me, my personal growth, excuse me, is pretty much forgiving myself for the mistakes that I've made when I was doing the best that I could
Mm-hmm.
at the time.
And
Mhm.
see, I think that's something that people don't really allow themselves to. I think they beat themselves up um, with the mistakes that they've made, but people don't realize that, especially if you had to learn things on your own, you're teaching yourself. So you're going to make mistakes. And feel like for me, personal growth is to try to be better than I was yesterday, 5 years, and so on and so on.
Right.
Like I
Mhm.
look at, how I might have reacted to something back in the day, and I'm more calm now. If I can be calm, I guess you can say. But um, it's just trying to strive to be better, recognizing your own faults first off, because a lot of people don't want to sit there and take accountability for their shit. Everybody want to walk around act like they shit don't stink. Um, Taking
Mhm.
accountability, one, is probably the one of the best ways to start growing and healing and just learning yourself, because you got to know yourself, what triggers you, what you know yeah, pretty much what triggers you,
That's
so
true. And
Yeah.
it's like,
That's one thing.
I agree. And I feel like often, like, we think that life changing moments, they have to be huge.
mhm,
But sometimes it's the smallest decisions that can change everything.
most
It can be as
definitely.
simple as saying no more often,
Hmm.
maybe putting yourself first,
Yep.
maybe walking away from something that no longer serves you.
Hmm.
Right. Exactly.
What's one small change that quietly changed your life?
I had to stop being a people pleaser. I was piggybacking off what Jazzy was saying no more off there. I was a huge people pleaser. That's why I was saying I had to, rediscover who I was because I mean, I still had those tendencies sometimes, but sometimes I had to say, no, because I have to put myself first in certain situations. But I was a huge people pleaser. I had to rediscover and learn who I truly was because I was in the shadows a lot with a lot of people, not knowing who I was. I'm sorry, having to rediscover my personality, like who is really me, like who am I for real? I'm not 40, but after the age of 30, I did have a spiritual awakening and it had me open up my eyes to, who I was, who I am as a person, what my path is, spiritually, mentally, and physically. So
Hmm.
me having to stop being a people pleaser, it had, a lot of doors opened up for me because I had to learn that I can't take everybody with me on my journey. I had to say no, like you. I know that I have to put you out because where I'm heading, you don't belong with me because I have to make certain changes within my life because a lot of people don't like. I mean, I would say a lot of. Well, no, let me stop lying. A lot of people don't like to change for real. A lot of people are comfortable in where they are, and
True
the type
indeed.
of person that I am, I go through changes a lot. Like especially like I was saying, because I am spiritual, so changes is something that is required. Okay, and a lot of people are afraid of it. A lot of people are afraid of changes, and me, I'm the type of person I want to see what the unknown is. I want to see where my life is going to take me further than what I'm going through now because I always say this to change your reality, you have to change your thoughts. If I want to manifest the life I desire, I have to get rid of what no longer serves me. Just like,
Mhm.
with business, because I can't take everybody with me.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Right. You right about that. And I had to reconnect with parts of myself that I actually put on hold, to raise my children, to care for my family and pretty much just simply survive because now I am over the age of 40. And like you were saying earlier, Tisa, about like you had to change like your mindset from when you were younger. And as I got into my 40s, I really had to sit down and think, back over my life because a lot of situations where I would have just like instead of walking away from it, like I was a hothead back in the day. I was a hothead. Now after my 40s, I got a lot to live for. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And then I had to take a look in the mirror at myself because I still have my moments just from past trauma and things that I did go through, but I had to learn through all of that. And as I am in my 40s, I done became real chill. You know what I'm saying? Since I've been
Mhm.
in my 40s, I became real chill and laid back. Now, don't get me wrong now. I will lean the fuck up if have to, but I pick and choose my battles. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass.
Right,
I
right.
will
No,
lean the
I
fuck
feel
up
you
if I
on
have
that.
to. Yeah, but in my 40s, I'm still growing. I'm still learning. Everybody
Yep.
think that once you hit in your 30s or your 40s that you're supposed to have it all figured out.
Nope.
No, you really don't.
No.
But
Yeah.
you do grow and learn from past situations. You know what I'm saying?
And
And
you,
even when I got pregnant at 41, had the baby at 42, I'm gonna
mhm.
be 43 in 2 months. And so my baby is 6 months old. And even when I got pregnant, I was a little shamed because I had some people like, oh, you too old to be sitting there having a baby at this age. Why are you know what I'm saying? And it kind of like,
And that's why
kind of
people need to
like kind
mind
of
their business.
right, kind of made me down a little bit. And you know what I'm saying? I kind of tried to hide my pregnancy. I wouldn't leave the house. I didn't, because I was like, oh, look at this old ass bitch pregnant. What the fuck she doing pregnant? You know what I'm
Girl,
saying?
if Janet
And
Jackson can have a
and like
baby at 60, you fine.
time went on, I was like, you know what? Fuck people. I stand outside on my porch with a halter top on, with the baby bump hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Not
Yep.
giving a damn water in my garden. I didn't give a fuck. But you know what I'm saying? But I just had to realize, that I can't, and many, like you said, people being a people pleaser. And you
Mhm.
can't please everybody all the time. And then I actually learned that with a family member, what it ain't my fucking family member, it's my man's family member. But I had to really fucking learn that because I always want to help because I do have a big heart. And
Mhm.
he would tell me all the time, you need to stop doing this, you need to stop doing this. But you know what I'm saying? I feel like if I don't help people, that I won't get my blessing if I don't help. But at this point, you know what I'm saying, as I got into my 40s, it's pretty much fuck people now. It's just fuck people. Concentrate on you and your family. That's what you need to worry about, and what you're building, what your empire that you're building for yourself and your children. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. And
But
as we get older, I feel like we start to live with purpose, like
Yes.
instead of an intention, instead of just
yes,
carelessly.
that's
Because
it
when you're a
right there.
kid, you know what I'm saying? It's just like everything's like whatever. And then I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But as you get older, it's definitely meaning behind everything. So definitely live more carefully, gracefully, cautiously, and just appreciate little things that,
Right,
sometimes we may have overlooked in the past.
Yeah. And
right,
and see, people don't
right.
realize too, like with growth, like me, where I'm at in my life, especially after losing my son, um, I just want peace. I don't care for all the extra drama. I don't care for all that extra shit. Leave. Don't bring it to my house. Matter of fact,
Mhm.
probably don't even pick up my phone to call me about it no more. I just don't want to
Mhm.
hear it because where I'm at, I'm not trying to do the same shit I was doing in my 20s. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mhm.
I'm trying to grow, mix it, and also I want to make my son proud. So the slow changes that I'm making, I'm not doing it for anybody else but me and my kids. So, some
Mhm.
people agree, some people don't. Motherfuckers are gonna always judge you no matter what the fuck you're doing. It don't matter. If you broke, they're gonna
Right.
Right.
judge. If
That
you have
part.
Right. So that's why you need to always do you.
I've
Do
had to
Don't
let
let
people
nobody
go.
do
I've had to let
I
people
have
it.
go,
too.
and as much as it hurts, you know what I'm saying? Because I'll try and I'll keep trying and I'll keep trying, but at some point a motherfucker gets tired, gets
Yeah.
Mhm.
tired,
Right.
and
And then you
you,
just learn to outgrow people. You actually outgrow people. They think that you're acting
Mhm.
funny because but it's not
Mhm.
that you acting funny, it's just you just outgrew that. You outgrew them. You know what I'm saying? There's no love lost, but it's just time to move on to something else. You know what I'm saying?
that
Yeah.
You
too.
know,
Sometimes certain versions require separation. You know what I'm saying? Certain
Yeah,
versions
Mhm.
of you as you continue to grow into different stages or phases of life.
right.
yeah, and to a certain extent, I do agree with that, but I don't necessarily see in it as that I've outgrown the people. I just outgrown certain situations. Like I said, like
Mhm.
for me, I've had to let go or let situations or relationships sit where they're at, not because I
Hmm.
have any animosity or hate or any anger. I can love. I'm loving people from a distance because right now I need to love myself because I haven't loved myself in a very long time. So right now it's
Right.
about self love. It's not about nobody else. If people think I'm being selfish, okay, well I'm sorry. I've been unselfish for most of my life. It's time for me to learn how to be selfish. It's time for me to learn how to say no because like many said and Gone said, always trying to please people, always saying yes. I've always had a really big heart. As crazy as everybody thinks I am, I've always had a really big heart. And that big ass heart got stepped
Mm-hmm.
on, shitted on, and thrown in a fucking grinder multiple times. So where I'm at now
Right.
is no. I gotta learn. I'm
Right.
loving me. I'm loving me. And that's what personal
Yeah.
growth
Me
it looks
too.
for me. I'm loving
Yeah,
me.
That
people
part.
taking advantage of me
Yes.
because
Yep.
why
And
people
yeah,
taking
because
advantage
me
of
after
people with good
40,
looks.
me after 40, you know, it's like it's not becoming, just the personal growth after 40 is not becoming more. It's just pretty much uncovering what was already
There.
there. Yeah,
Yes.
release
Yes.
all the
Yes.
expectations, all the disappointments, all the
Hmm.
responsibilities. You just really pretty much just uncovering all of that,
And letting yourself
It's
shine, baby.
trying to
Right,
become the best
exactly.
version of yourself.
Yes.
Exactly,
So let me
exactly.
ask, uh, do you ladies like right now, are you guys healing, rebuilding, or rediscovering
All of it.
in this phase of
Uh
your life?
I a little bit of all of them, but for me, more of rediscovering.
Me
You know,
rebuilding, I had to rebuild because like I said, after I don't know, after my leg injury, that I don't know, like life was life, and life had hit me hard. Like I had to really sit the fuck down. Like I feel like I'm healed. I know that I'm healed because I've been on that healing journey for quite some time. But me having to rebuild, like rebrand myself, rebuild all over again, it's hard. I ain't gonna hold you, it's hard. But having a great support system, people that you honestly trust, that's in your
Hmm.
corner, it makes it so much easier,
hmm
so much easier. Like my mother and my grandmother, they've been helping me nonstop. I'm talking about they've been helping me. I was like the other day I was in here crying because I'm like, damn, like my mom and my grandma really got my back. Like I'm talking about, like I mean they always had my back, but they really because they know I'm a hard worker and this is hard for me just sitting my ass down not doing nothing. I'm not used to this shit, but them like having a strong support system and having people in your corner as I'm rebuilding myself is because I don't really talk to nobody in my family, honestly. Like like Tita said, I love everybody from a distance. Like you don't really talk to nobody. Everybody think
Hmm.
you do, but it ain't it. It's just that, like I said earlier, where I'm heading, can't nobody come with me. It's me and God. That's just what it is. That's where I have my full trust in. So
yeah,
me rebuilding myself is definitely because that leg injury took a whole toll on me in my entire life. Like I'm not even gonna hold you because I'm not used to just sitting and not doing nothing. But Yeah, it's rebuilding
Yeah.
for me.
And have you guys ever just sat and, even though, like, even when I think about it, now, I still have my days, like, because sometimes I cry. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And sometimes it's good to get out a good cry. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Just when you get kind of overwhelmed or overstimulated. And sometimes that's what me, I get overstimulated. And then I sit and I think, I'm like, am I weak? And I'm
No.
like, and then I just sit and think, and I'm like, no, it's just life be life, and like you said, I mean, life be life, and then and all of that is a part of growth as well. It's okay to cry, but just don't
Right.
sit in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
I'm crying. I'm
Don't
crying all
dwell
the
on
time.
anything. Just move forward from it.
Y'all want to know
Exactly.
Exactly.
what
My
helps with?
sister, she saw me cry one day. She saw me cry one day, and she was just like, I don't know what to say or what to do. But she's like, because I've never seen you cry. You've always been the strong one. You've always knew what to do. I was like, girl, little do you know, I sit in this motherfucking ball my eyes out, but I just don't show it to the world. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
want that to make me feel like I'm
You
weak.
have to release
But I
something.
just had a lot to learn, a lot of growth, and just life, just a lot, still a lot to learn from life. We not born
Mm-hmm.
into this world knowing what to fucking do, you know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
then as we get adults, everybody think that, expect for us to, already have our shit together, but
Mhm.
Right.
especially at the age of, my age, like I'm supposed to have my shit together, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still growing, I'm still working, and so I never down another woman, what I'm saying, that's trying to get her shit together. I don't give a fuck if she was 60 years old and still trying to figure it out. I would never, like, damn, bitch, you 60 years old, what the fuck, you still, what I'm saying, I wouldn't do
Mm-hmm.
that when they're trying,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
when they're actually trying and they're not giving up. But like you said, sometimes life take a curveball, and you sometimes don't know what to fucking expect. But if you get up off your ass and do what you're supposed to do,
Mm-hmm.
and do, and what I'm saying, and get yourself together, like I would never just put a woman down because of that. But growth is in all ages, not just after 40, but even
Right.
youngins, they're trying to figure it out too. You got some that's young, who probably lost their parents at an early age,
Mhm.
what I'm saying, and had to figure out life, so it's not just,
Yep.
the growth after 40, they're
No.
still even growing, trying to learn and trying to learn from the world, and the world don't love us. So you got to
Yeah.
figure it out some type of way.
Every day is continuous growth, to be honest, at any age.
Right.
Constantly
Mm-hmm.
growing, constantly learning, constantly moving forward because life don't stop for nobody.
And I was gonna say
Mm-hmm.
that if you think that you ain't got no growth or anything else that you need to learn, then you're gonna always stay stagnant. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Growth is like knowledge. It's continuous. If you think that you know everything, oh, you're stupid because you don't know every fucking thing. Y-
Right.
Knowledge is continuous. Growth is continuous. I think with my healing, because I think it's gonna be a never ending thing. Um, I'm rediscovering myself. And with that rediscovery and that healing, I'm also rebuilding because what the goals that I might have had 5 years ago ain't the goals that I have now. So that's where the rebuilding
Mm.
comes in. You know,
Right.
I ain't trying to be a size 2, you know what I'm saying? But health wise, with personal growth, you also got to, especially as you get older, you got to pay attention to your health. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
my God, yes,
Definitely.
Lord. Oh my God, because I'm trying to get this extra ass off my abdomen,
Oh, girl,
and
I
it's
know you
hard.
got you.
And it's fucking hard. After the age of 40, it's like that fat just fucking sit on you. Like it don't want to go nowhere. Like it becomes your fucking best friend.
So
Like,
cold.
I
God,
can't
leave.
do
But like I said, I feel like as long as people, want to be better than they was yesterday, I mean, you're already heading in a positive direction.
Yes.
Right, correct.
Yep. And I just want to let everybody know that today's conversation is just a reminder that growth isn't always visible. Sometimes growth looks like choosing yourself. Sometimes it looks like resting. Sometimes it looks like starting over. And sometimes it simply just looks like refusing to give up. But I want to thank you all for joining us for another episode of Queens Unfiltered. And if this conversation resonated with you, let us know in the comments. Are you healing, rebuilding, or rediscovering? Until next time, keep growing, keep healing, and keep living in your truth. Bye.
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 Smooches.